this righteous pride. In this one big voice, it's our time. Generation fighters take the stand. From shore to shore we reclaim the land. Grit and glory in every strand. In Jersey Shore we make our stand.
It hurts so bad, it's been so long. Mama, I'm coming home.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Jersey Shore Radio Show. That is S-U-R-E because we are always sure. They're playing this song here today. I'm your host, Damon Galdo, here with my co-host, Peter Sykes, candidate for LD6 Assembly. Just want to get into this song. We played a little Ozzy today at the beginning of the show, a little to Ozzy Osbourne to pass the other day, and also to Hulk Hogan. What do you think about that? Two American icons.
Hey, brother. Listen, man, it's upsetting to see, but we're just getting to that age now where this starts to happen, I guess.
So, yeah, I know. I mean, it's just, Ozzy lived a little bit of a different life than Hulk Hogan, you can tell.
He was eating back sandwiches.
Yeah. That guy, but him at 76 and Hulk was 71. Yeah. So with that was a little tribute to those two American icons that we lost in the past 2 days, actually. So,
I met Hulk Hogan once down in Clearwater. I was living down there. That's where he was living. And I met him as a child over at the Albertsons, the grocery store down there. And when I was living down there just recently, my brother, I happened to see him at the movie theater. And I guess it was late at night. They ran out of popcorn, so he comes home. He's like, yeah, Pete, I saw Hulk Hogan at the movie theater. I thought he was going to leg drop this poor girl because they didn't have no more popcorn.
Yeah. Did he do a cameo in the Gremlins?
I'm not sure.
They were throwing popcorn or something. He stood up and he freaked out.
You see, there you go. It's always about the popcorn with the Hulkster.
Yeah. So, it's a shame, but, that's life as we know it. But, all right, Pete, well, listen, we got a lot of stuff to cover today. We got some guests calling in. Around 5:15, but I'm going to get the quick monologue because of what's going on right now. I mean, I just got to say to everybody, folks, the House of Cards is tumbling and the left scrambling like rats on a sinking ship. And let me tell you, the louder they scream, the more obvious it becomes that they're losing their grip on power and it's slipping. Colbert getting fired, and the lefty overpaid so-called comedians on these failing shows are all up in arms, like Jimmy Kimmel and Jon Stewart and they weren't comedians. They're propagandists dressed in punchlines. And now the punchlines have stopped landing, so have the paychecks. So I remember seeing Jimmy Kimmel right after Trump was elected. He cried up on stage. He was supposed to be a comedian. He literally cried up on stage. I don't want to get into it. It's sad.
Soft and friendly.
Yeah. So and now the American people like you and me, we're just done. We're done with the lies, done with the cover-ups, done with scandal after scandal after scandal, from Benghazi to the disastrous pullout in Afghanistan to the IRS targeting conservatives, the Russia hoax, Hunter's laptop, COVID manipulation, the open border, the weaponized DOJ, and now the retaliation against Alina Habba by Democrat-appointed federal judges voting her out at the behest of Hakeem Jeffries because she charged Monica McCliver with assault. If anybody remembers, when they tried to break into the ICE facility in Newark, Ross Baraka was there, the mayor, former gubernatorial candidate. He was charged, but those charges were dropped. But it's the Democrats. So, they'll do whatever they possibly can. They don't care. Separation of power is, it's corruption by Hakeem Jeffries.
Well, Alina Habba was also supposedly going after Phil Murphy for keeping an illegal housekeeper in his the attic above his garage.
Yeah, well, he's the idiot that said that he had him.
Well, I didn't say these people were bright.
Well, and then to the Tulsi Gabbard bombshell of possible treason by Barack Obama. So we're done. The Democrats have lit every institution on fire, from Hollywood to Harvard, from the courtroom to the classroom. But here's the good news. The people are awake now. The fog is lifting and the lies are collapsing. Colbert is gone. The judges have exposed themselves. Jeffries is unmasked. And the Obama legacy teetering. The left wanted a war on truth. Well, they got one. But the one thing they didn't count on was us. We the people. The parents, the patriots, the builders, the truth tellers, the warriors. We're not backing down. We're not going away. We're just getting started. This is our country, and we're taking it back. I'm Damon Galdo with Peter Sykes, and this is the Jersey Shore Radio Show. So stay fired, stay American, and stay in the fight.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Pete, man. I mean, all this stuff. Aren't you tired of all the... It's like every day there's a new scandal.
Yep. You know, listen, I'll tell you, you know how excited and fired up and passionate I get about the Epstein stuff. You know, listen, going against Barack Obama and the Clintons, I mean, we know that these people have been doing shady things for a very long time, right? These are the people we're talking about, you know, and this right here, the way that they're going after it this way, I mean, look, it's the same, you know, different idea, same result. You know, we just want accountability, man. We're tired of being second-class citizens in our own homes.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, you know, everyone in politics are dirty. We all know that. And there's stuff that they get away with, both sides. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I think the Democrats broke that glass. And once you break that glass, it can't be unbroken. When they weaponized the DOJ coming after Trump, they tried to bankrupt him, tried to throw him in jail and everything else, smear him with fake Russia hoaxes. I mean...
And it came straight from Obama, right? That's what they're exposing now, is that Obama's the one that greenlit that, even though the CIA at the time... I forget who the guy was, the head of the CIA at the time, Brennan?
Yeah.
He said, listen, I don't think we have anything here. He said, that's all right, push it out anyway.
Yeah, and then they had Brennan's email saying, leave it in there, and we're gonna run with it. And then, of course, right afterwards, you know, it wasn't just like a regular investigation. Of course, as soon as that decision was made, they leaked it right to the Washington Post. Mm-hmm. And that's how it all started, with somebody from that cabinet, wherever, that crew, that administration, Obama, they leaked it right to the Washington Post right before Trump was inaugurated, and then boom, took off from there. And the FBI, James Comey knew about it. And the thing is, here's the thing, whether Obama committed treason or not, you know, because they're protected. You know, he has executive power. Executive power is very powerful, and you have control of all the, you know, all these organizations, the CIA and all of that stuff. So you are protected under that. But at least everyone knows. I mean, all the emails that came out, it inherently proves that Obama knew that it was false. He absolutely knew it was false the entire time, and he let the media just roll with it because they leaked it to the media. So, I mean, even if it can't be proven as treason, I mean, he absolutely knew it was false. And then they wasted American taxpayer dollars with that long investigation because James Comey knew that it was false as well, and he still launched the investigation, and that was open for what, like 2 years?
And listen, we're still dealing with it now.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we're almost 10 years later. Half the American people still think that Trump is a traitor and Trump is this and Trump is that, buying into their propaganda and their lies. We just want the truth, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're tired of being abused and taken advantage of and put down. We just want the truth. And Trump is the one guy out there that wasn't playing ball, which is why they came after him so hard.
No, you're absolutely right about that. You know, he wasn't a team player with them. He wasn't mixed in with them. He just came out of nowhere and he won. And they didn't think he was going to win. And I was reading reports on it in some of those emails. You know, what they compiled was that Russia thought that Hillary was going to win. There was no way Trump was going to win. Mm-hmm. So they had some stuff on her that they were going to release after she won the election. That's what the reports, you know, compiled. Said that that's all they got. And Russia was going to drop this stuff after she won to smear her, make her look bad. It was about her health. It was about her taking tranquilizers all the time, and her being bipolar, and her uncontrollable rage, and you know, and all kinds of stuff.
Mental illnesses? Is that what we're talking about, Damon?
Yeah, seriously. So, and that's what they had on her from different doctors that she was seeing. They got all this information. They were going to drop it after she won, but then Trump won, you know, and shocked the world. So, and that's what, and then they flipped it and used it and said, oh, well, Russia, they did collude in the election to get Trump elected. No, they thought Hillary was going to win, and they had stuff against her, and that's what it proves in the emails. But that's my point. Everyone knows now. I mean, no matter what, you cannot hide the fact that Obama knew that it was false. Mm-hmm. And he could have came out at any time and said, no, it's false. They knew for a fact it was false.
Well, no, because it doesn't push his narrative, right? I mean, once again, what we were just saying, the Uniparty controlled everything for a very long time.
Yeah.
All right? You know, we're going to sell favors overseas, and then you're going to donate to our, you know, nonprofits or the Clinton Foundation and, you know, all these other organizations that they had, you know, and then go ahead and get that, you know, take that money. And as soon as Trump came in there and he's not part of that club, he said, whoa, this is a bad deal. This is selling out the American people. They said, no, we can't have you, sorry. And that's when all this started.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think they're so up in arms with cutting USAID?
Oh, yeah, because that was half of their gig right there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how they were doing all this money laundering and moving all these funds around.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when Elon was still involved, I remember seeing that, I think it was a Jesse Waters special, when he met with all the Doge people, and Elon's like, yeah, he's like, they don't even check. There's a fund with billions of dollars in there. People were going there having parties and renting stadiums. Remember
Renting
that?
stadiums?
Yeah, and then they said, how do you get away with that? Because nobody...
We're struggling to pay our bills over here, and they're renting stadiums out for parties with our money.
Yeah, well, for personal use and all that stuff. I mean, they said it's unbelievable. And he said, well, how did we stop it? He said, we started asking for receipts.
There you go.
And then it stopped. So no one wanted to put in a receipt for what they were doing. But they were taking all the money for that stuff. I mean... Yeah, I know the American people were tired of it, and as much as I hate the stuff that's coming out, it's like, man, how messed up is it? I'm glad it's coming out because, man, hopefully you can try to put somewhat of an end to it so it's not running rampant. You're always going to have it, I'm sure, but it's just, this is just unbelievable.
Listen, it's like spring cleaning right now.
Yeah.
All right, we can't move forward as a country until we air out all the dirty laundry that's been building up over the past 50 years. That's why all this stuff is so important to me, because I want to move forward. I want us all to come together and start to rebuild what we had, right? Is what we talk about all the time. It's going to be a process, but in order to get there, the first step is we have to air out the laundry of the past. Because we can't move forward with a cracked foundation.
No, you're absolutely right. Hey, that was the name of the podcast. That was the Crack Administration.
There you go.
Crack on the foundation. Well, it was a pun on Hunter Biden's interview, but
that's right. That was my first appearance on the Pulse. Unfortunately, I had some connection issues. We're gonna have to get that worked out, but I can't wait to get back on there.
Yeah, it was still a good show though. But it was basically a pun on Hunter Biden because we played some of those clips. They're kind of unbelievable.
Oh my God, that interview, that foul mouthed, Jesus.
Yeah, and he said, well, smoking crack doesn't really change you. He said it's actually pretty clean. It's better, it's safer than alcohol. Yeah. And he's like, oh my God. No, it only makes you, take naked pictures, put them on your laptop with burnt cigarette butts in your mouth while you're smoking crack off the.
It makes you so smart.
Yeah.
I just remember the Water Boy. Remember the Water Boy when Bobby Boucher pulls up and he's talking to the football clinic.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, all right, kids, that brings me to my next, my next statement. Don't smoke crack.
Yeah. But it was a good show on the Pulse last night. We talked about most of the stuff that I went through. We had it in different segments. But yeah, I mean, that's just the basis that I'm going off of this show. I know we got some candidates going to be calling in, but I mean, everyone's just tired of it. So that's why we need out with the old, in with the new. You, Jack, running. Constance and Nielsen are running for assembly. They're 5, right? LD5, you're LD6?
Yeah, they're 5. There's some other people in 4. Like I said, we got Jerry McManus and
4, you got Chris Conwell. No, is Conwell 4?
I think
he's 3. He's 3.
Conwell's 3. So, look, man, we're trying to build a block over here. That's where we're at. We need a red block solidified right here in Camden County and the surrounding areas, so that we can go ahead and get a little bit of power once we get in here. If we can all get on the same page, we all get elected, all of a sudden we have a little bit of voting power where maybe we can go ahead and continue to grow that and make some real change. And, listen, everybody out there, I know that there's fantastic people listening to this show that are just so tired of the way things have been going. Get involved. We need more good candidates. That's the only way we're going to go ahead and start to make this change.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. That's why we kind of need all the help. You guys need all the help you can get. I mean, you and Jack are doing a great job with handing out the flyers and going to all those different places, with the free concerts and wherever
people are gathering, we're trying to be there.
Yeah, the art festivals and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually a good idea because people, they hand out all those flyers. That's awesome. Direct the people to your website, tell them what you guys are about, and just people seeing you guys out there all the time makes a big difference. You're the candidate that show you really want.
Well, visibility. You're absolutely right? You get out there, people put eyes on you, they get your information in their hand, whether they read it or they don't read it, they see that you're out there putting in the work. You're not just sitting around in your office and thinking, what can we do here? And then next thing you know, getting elected because vote blue no matter who.
Yeah. 'Cause
I couldn't tell you the last time Lou Greenwald went out to any of these things and was, meet and greet people.
I can't even tell you either. I barely even know what he looks like. So, but,
You're not wrong there.
So, as someone that's been in for 30 years, we would think we would know a little bit about him. You know what's funny? When you go out and ask, when you talk to people, you ever ask people, do you know who Lou Greenwald is?
No, but I should.
You should. That's the question. 'Cause I used to ask people all the time, especially with Norcross, always talk about Camden. I was like,
Well, that's what I was going to bring up, right? Well, didn't you go out to Camden? What'd they say about Norcross? You ever been through there?
No one knew him. They're like, they're like, who? I'm like, he's your congressman. But all right, it looks like we have our callers. Hey, callers, you're live. You're on the air. We have Jack and Constance.
Hello.
I don't hear them, Norm. I still hear music in our headphones, so I don't know if that's still going, but we can't hear Jack or Constance, so I'll let Norm kind of straighten that out.
All right.
So, but looking at the reason why Republicans lose, I'm not losing New Jersey a lot. I mean, number one, it is a blue area, so you have an overwhelming Democratic voter registration, advantage the Democrats do. New Jersey is demographically and geographically tilted towards Democrats. As of 2021 to 2024, registered Democrats outnumber Republicans roughly by 900,000 plus votes statewide. But they outnumber Republicans by roughly 900,000 plus votes statewide. It means they come out more.
That's exactly what that means.
They come out more, and number two, superior Democratic ballot infrastructure and mail-in voting. So that's why, too. That's why they get more people to vote, because of the mail-in ballots that you talk about all the time.
That's it. I'm going to continue to push that as much as I can, because that right there is why they keep winning, and we need to adopt that strategy in order to go back to single-day voting.
And we got to get people interested in voting. It seems like the Republican turnout is so, it's unbelievable. I mean, we only have like 20% that come out. Like in November, it's a presidential election in New Jersey. 20% of Republicans came out to vote.
Yeah. That's not going to win us anything, guys. That's going to keep us blue.
Yeah, I mean, it's a presidential election.
And we can't afford another 4 years of blue, my friend. I just, we're on the brink right now. I mean, people can't afford to live. We just got hit with this extra electric bill. Apparently next year they're supposed to be coming out with another increase.
So, I know.
I mean, we're going to be out here setting things on fire in the backyard just to stay warm. I mean, it's, it's getting a little wild out here.
Now we can hear.
Oh, there we go. All right, we got you guys on. Hello, Jack, Constance. Oh, they were on for a second. Okay, you can put them through, Norm. Hey, guys there?
Hey, guys.
Hey,
We are here.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. A little bit of trouble in the booth there. So, I don't know if you guys hear the music in our headphones that we're hearing. There's some music playing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we're going to have to, everybody's listening from the higher ups 92.1, need a new soundboard here.
Oh, this is bleed. This is like a bleed.
Yeah, it's a bleed from the other station. That's what it is. But it makes me feel like we're in Mexico.
That's it. Got a little Spanish going on over here. So, guys, how are you doing?
We're doing fine.
Yeah, doing fine out here. What's not to like on a beautiful day?
That's it. So we got Jack Brandon and Constance, Ditzel. So sorry about that.
So guys, what have you guys been doing? We're just talking about Jack and Pete and handing out flyers. We've been printing out campaign flyers at all the free concerts or art festivals, whatever it may be, wherever people are gathering. So, Constance, how are you and Nielsen making out?
We're doing fine. I mean, we've done some of that. We've made one really valuable connection in passing out flyers. We are becoming involved in some events going on in Camden. Beyond the Puerto Rican Day Parade, we're looking at senior centers. We have a couple of people we want to connect with over there that seem very, very interested because they are tired of the machine.
Yeah, well...
the Norcross machine, that would be.
Oh, yeah. It controls all the elections here. So,
yeah. And these are Democrats talking to us.
Wow, okay. Well, that's encouraging to see right there.
So
I know.
Well, how long have the Democrats been in power in
Well, in
Camden
the
County?
city of Camden, since Christian Navarro, who's running for commissioner in the city of the Camden, he says they've been in charge since the 30s, something incredibly long.
Yeah, they have. So, what do you think, between Jack? What do you think is the best way to beat the Democrats? Like, what's the best strategy?
Well, I think, actually, I think Constance and I, in our particular districts, I think we have a good shot. This is, frankly, I think all the candidates do. I think Jersey is in very bad shape, and people are looking for a change. So I think every single candidate, whether it's county level or like Constance and I, our state level, we have a good shot. This is the best shot we've probably had in 10 years.
So, yeah, I think so. I think you guys do too, but we need the help. I mean, how much help are you getting? I know I went out there a couple times with you guys, handing out flyers with you and Pete, and there was only maybe 1-2 people that were helping out. You were out by yourself the other night in the big crowd, and you needed the help. And any help from the GOP? Because we have some new leaders now. I mean, I know Claire. I called her to see if she wanted to come on tonight, and she said no, that their granddaughter was coming in, but she's going to call in next week. So, I mean, Claire's been in the game for a long time, so I'm sure she knows what to do. She's been involved in politics for a very long time. So, and then she just won state committee, and state committee basically support local candidates, help recruit and support candidates, fundraising events, assist and with or attend fundraisers, conventions, political events, help mobilize resources for state and local campaigns. So, you guys got anything set up with Claire and Kim, the county chair?
Well, at least as far as I'm concerned, I have a group of friends that are helping, and I'm talking maybe 4 or 5 people, something like that. And I think we're hoping to get more support from the county and maybe some support from the state. But there's been encouragement, but when it gets down to it, I haven't seen any yet. For me personally.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping that Claire could made them, because I know she probably has some ideas what to do. Yeah. I was just curious. I wanted to pick her brain, like how we're going to get everyone together, because I think it's going to be a team. It's going to have to be a team effort. There's a lot of great candidates out there. I think it's the first time in a long time that this many Republican candidates running for these positions that really have a good shot at winning if everyone comes together and puts the resources together and builds a team of boots on the ground people that can help out. Because I know door knocking, especially in New Jersey, is not easy. It's not like I grew up in Philly. If we went door knocking in Philly, you take 5 steps and the next door's right there. But in New Jersey, you got to park your car somewhere, and then you got to decide how many doors you're going to go before you double back to your car to drive to another location because you're getting so far away. So I know it's tough, and you need an army to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's 2 issues. Believe it or not, there are still people that don't realize how critical it is to vote in the governor's election. That still is a major deal. They have to absolutely come out to vote. We came close when Chitterelli ran before. People recognize the importance of voting, and I think that's one issue. The second issue is there's a lot of unaffiliated. I had no idea, so I looked at the voter rolls, how many unaffiliated there are. And I think the challenge is to try to get people to concentrate on what the issues are that concern them most. Because they complain about federal issues. They might complain about the White House. But when they talk about what's bothering them, Trump didn't make those laws. We've had Murphy and the Dems in for 8 years. And these are not federal decisions. These are Jersey decisions. And when people realize how much of what's happening is decided in Jersey, they might take a true interest.
So, I hear you there. So, I guess, the best thing is, like I said, is get everyone together and go to, the already elected officials and ask for their support. I think they should be leaned on a little harder and say, hey, listen, especially for fundraising and ones that already have campaign funds, like even elected congressmen. Say, like, even, I'm just throwing it out there, I don't know if I doubt Congressman Van Drew's listening, but, he could help out too. I'm sure he's already raising funds for his next run because Congress is every 2 years, so they're constantly raising money. And they can help out financially, and maybe even people that help them, maybe they could share some of their team, or get Jack Citarelli. I see he's going to other people's fundraisers and like headlining it. That'll bring a lot of people in. Get Jack Citarelli maybe to come to one of your fundraisers. That'd be great if you could do that. I mean, everyone helping everyone out. That's the way we're going to make New Jersey red. Because everyone says, "Oh, we're ready to flip New Jersey red." I've been hearing it for years, and then I hear, "Oh, Trump only lost by 5 points." Well, guess what? He still lost. So there's no prize for second place in politics. So yeah, he only lost, but there's a reason why he only lost, because not enough people came out to vote, not enough people paid attention, not enough people have boots on the ground, getting people out to vote, pushing them out on ballots, all that stuff. And it takes a team to do that, and that's what the GOP is there for. So hopefully they give you the help that you guys need. What do you think, Pete?
Well, I'll tell you, man. I mean, look, you guys are onto something right now too, with the fact that we all have to come together to make this happen. I mean, if everybody is by themselves trying to go out here and do this, it's going to be everybody struggling to try to get it done. If we were able to lean on some of these other people, like you just mentioned, Van Drew, right, other people that are already elected in the state, I mean, it doesn't even have to be in the county. We should all want to make New Jersey red, and we should all come together to try to make that happen.
Yeah, there is new leadership in the New Jersey GOP, so hopefully before November, they come in at the last minute and maybe provide some money, things like that. But the important message for everyone listening, as well as the GOP, you have to consider the alternative. Mikey Sherrill wins. We're in not only for another 4 years of Democrats, we're in deeper. We go worse off every year. Just like we have been for the past 25 years. And I think for many people, New Jersey and many people are at the breaking point. Yep. They're working 2 jobs. We have the highest taxes, property taxes, pretty much at the very top in the entire state. And in Camden County, we have the highest tax rate in New Jersey. So, it can't get any worse.
Never say that.
We've got a problem with the school funding formula, where you've got Newark getting billions of dollars, and for fun, they're carrying a $2 million budget for their food and cuisine, while other school districts could have used that $2 million to stay afloat. So things are upside down with the Democrats. They got to go. If we fail at this, or I should say, if the state fails to turn us red, we're in for socialism. And I'll tell you one thing is that the communists, that is right there in New York City, is only 10 miles away from, Mikey Sherrill. And she's a supporter of him. And that puts New Jersey in a very precarious position if she gets too close to this guy.
No, you're absolutely right. That's why it is very important. And Constance, you actually split 2 counties, right? Your district, your Gloucester.
Yeah, that does make it challenging because there are different needs in Gloucester County than there are in Camden, than there are in the smaller suburban communities. So I have to say LZ5 is particularly challenging because everybody has different needs.
Yeah, well,
I do think it's important. Go on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say there's new leadership for state committee in Gloucester County as well, too. So hopefully they can help out. You have to reach out to both, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to help the candidates, help with fundraising, help with getting people together, teams, and boots on the ground type stuff. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's something else, and it seems like basic information to us because we've been working this beat. But a lot of people don't even know what assembly is. And I think it's worth mentioning to anyone who's listening. Assembly is Congress.
Yeah.
Think of it as the state Congress. We have a Senate, we have a Congress.
Yep.
So people need to realize that's what we're working with New Jersey. Number two, once they realize that, they might realize how critical it is that if we can get Jack Ciattarelli in, there's only so much he can do unless he has the House and the Senate pushing his bills.
That's right.
This is so critical that, and we've had a solid 20 years of Democrat rule in the Congress and the Senate. So you got to vote for Jack Ciattarelli, but don't stop there. Go down ticket. Whoever else is there, plug them in. Because otherwise you're going to have a Democrat taking that assembly seat, and Jack is going to have a hard time doing what he's pledged to do.
It'll be impossible. Whatever Jack wants to do, he'll be overridden by the Assembly and the Senate. If they're both Democratic, he's pretty much shot. You know, it certainly will help having him in there, but it's going to be very difficult making forward progress.
No, you're right. And when Jack gets in, I mean, there are some things he can do by executive order, but you want to get it passed in the legislation, passed in the law. That's where Assembly and Senate comes in, and that way it's a law and it doesn't go away. Because another Democrat, replaces Jack. If Jack wins and Democrat gets it afterwards, then they just undo all his executive orders and then it's gone. So this is stuff.
And right now where we're sitting, I think that we have to swing 12 or 13 seats in order to take over the assembly.
That's a big
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. And that's exactly why I keep saying we all got to get together on the same page and try to help each other get through this, because, we have to switch a lot of seats.
Yeah, well, you guys.
Yeah, this is the time. As far as the GOP goes, this is showtime, where we really need to do the retail campaigning out on the street. You have to support and go to fundraisers. When we get to September and October, it costs a lot of money to run these campaigns. People see signs, but if you've got the legislative district, you could have up to 20 towns. So you've got to put signs at 20 towns. It could be easily $15,000 to $20,000, maybe even $25,000. To get this campaign where it should be.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, trust me.
So I would just ask people to consider the alternative. If we don't win, we're in for 4 more years of
destruction.
What you got now and worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a simple message to get to the people, just getting the message to them. I mean, that's why it's good to be on the radio. Not everyone listens to this radio station. I mean, or reading on the podcast, not everyone hears the podcast. But it's sometimes getting people to help get the message out there that are speaking on your behalf, door knocking with door hangers, and getting people to go on the website. Because if you really simplify all of it, it's like, okay, you complain about the taxes, you complain about the energy bills, you complain about all this stuff, and you're going to vote for Mikey Sherrill, and it's not going to change. It's going to get worse, and that's just a fact. I mean, there's no way around that. There's no, she's going to cut the... No, it's going to stay the same and get worse. So you have to push that out there. I know you guys are, but it's just getting that message to everybody, and and swinging common sense, like I say, Reagan Democrats to vote for you guys, and independents. That's the big thing, and getting Republicans off their butts to vote, or at least get a ballot out there.
Right. So, I mean, the state has not been managed the way it should be. I mean, if you just take, for example, the fact that we are a sanctuary state, for people listening, this is costing you $7 billion a year in New Jersey taxes. So in all of the services that are provided, food, housing, transportation, medical support, legal support, education, all these things are public funds, and they have burned through $7 billion of your money. Now, this is $7 billion that should be in property tax relief or going to school systems. This is our money. And this is not a referendum on whether these immigrants are nice people or not. I'm sure most of them are nice, but they're not supposed to be here. they really need to go home and come back the legal way.
Related to that, just to give you an idea of the figures here, a lot of people are concerned that their school budget was cut. And, numerous times in the past when our property taxes have been high, we've always been told, oh, yes, but it's going for our public schools. And people kind of accepted that argument. Well, this year, that didn't happen. They were cut. Now, for various reasons, but there are estimates of what the 1 million illegals are costing in our state. And for education of minors in K through 12, we're looking at $925 million per year for their education. So once they're here, these children need to be educated. I can't argue with that. I'm just saying people who want this need to realize that that's going to come out of their pocket.
Yeah,
so
that's no.
The sanctuary state has two prongs. One is we need to repeal it right away. Second is, how do we handle all these people that are here already? So once the faucet is turned off, then how do we humanely deal with who is here?
Well, you're absolutely right. And luckily, we see Trump has been stopping the border, so we're not getting, a whole bunch more. But with us being a sanctuary state, I'm curious to know if we have people that are, illegals from non-sanctuary states fleeing over here to our border. So that's increasing ours.
This would be a perfect place to come. Yeah. As soon as they're not, as soon as they come to this country, they want to find out which cities and states those are. They're going to come to New Jersey. They're going to go to California. That just makes common sense, doesn't it?
So when Jack gets elected, and I would like New Jersey to be known as a denial of service state. We're going to deny services for assistance for home, food, transportation, medical. All these things actually is theft of public funds. These funds have to be cut off, and these folks need to return home. They're going to get $1,000 from the federal government for plane tickets and travel expenses back to their home, and they have to take advantage of that. And if they do, they can turn around and come in legally. But this is money that's being spent that needs to come back to the Jersey taxpayer. We need to take care of our own people first, not only in America, but in New Jersey. It's about time we take care of Jersey mothers and fathers and families.
All right, well, here's one for you. You guys were talking to look something up. All right, here's a step-by-step breakdown. Total property tax revenue in New Jersey. According to the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs, this is 2023 data, total property tax collected statewide is $33 billion. Number of housing units in New Jersey, 3.6 million. Average annual property tax bill is $9,500 per household. All right, if you were to redistribute the $7.3 billion savings across households, it says if New Jersey eliminated $7.3 billion in spending on illegal immigrants and reallocated directly to lower property taxes, here's what would happen. Let's see, it said $7,300,000, $3,600,000 equals...
each household would save about $2,000.
Yeah, $2,027.78 each house. So you lower everyone's property taxes by just over $2,000 if we cut that. So.
This is insanity, and this is going to happen yearly. This is an annual cost.
Yeah. Yeah, they could take, if they lowered my property taxes by $1,000 a year, I'd be happy, and take the other $1,000 and put it towards the energy cost.
Absolutely, which is whole other area. But if Mikey Sherrill gets in, sanctuary state remains, and this cost is going to remain.
It'll probably go up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we all know that the budget has gone up $20 billion in 8 years. It's just going to continue going up when it should be going down. It should be eliminating by 10, 20, 30% off of the budget.
Yeah, that's money straight back into the pockets of hardworking families that fueling a broken system that puts citizens last. It's a no-brainer. if I was a candidate, I would tattoo that on my forehead and walk around and just so everyone can see, because that's number one. I mean, no one can get around that. Hey, listen, you want to save $2,000 a year? Vote Republican.
Yeah, Damon, take that calculation and send it out to us. We'll use it.
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, that's it's real
That's
money.
only one problem. That's it. Wait till we get our hands on the rest of them, and that's exactly where we're coming from. Look, we are over here trying to figure out ways to go ahead and save the people of New Jersey, right? Make it more affordable. We're trying to look at all different types of systems that we can revamp. We're trying to doge, where the the abuse and the neglect and everything is going.
Right.
We are actively trying to come up with solutions to these problems. Why, it just feels like the Democrats just keep throwing more fuel on the fire.
They're doing the opposite.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be. There's no silver bullet here. There's not one thing you can point at in the budget that's going to fix everything. There's probably multiple changes that have to take place to get this cost out of the budget. This is the problem. It's the cost factor.
Here's another big fat budget line: the wind farms and the green energy pursuit. Jack has been digging this into a while, and I have been more recently. And we have Mikey Sherrill on X as recently as the last 24, 48 hours, blaming the people who are setting the rates that New Jersey is paying because they had to go out of state for an auction to get our electricity. So she's blaming them for the rate they're setting. Meanwhile, why do we have to do this? Well, we have to do this because they shut down nuclear and they shut down a few natural gas plants and went all in for green energy, and not a single wind farm is producing energy. Not a single one. I was shocked when I heard that. So our energy is expensive, and she's blaming the people setting the rates.
Right. So they did this completely backwards. They shut the power off before we had reliable power to replace it. Oh, completely backwards.
Yeah, because
They should have kept the power on and then ramp it down as the new power comes online. That's how it should have been done. So we're going out. New Jersey used to be a energy exporter, and as Constance mentioned, there's been nuclear power plants that have been shut down. There's been 2 coal power plants shut down, and Murphy has banned the natural gas. So for all the natural gas being used in New Jersey, we have to buy it from Pennsylvania. So we're at a deficit. I think we turned off 2,900 megawatts and we put back in 1,300 megawatts in renewable energy. So we're at a deficit of 1,600 megawatts, and this is why we're going out to the national auction. And I just posted on my Facebook today that the auction is getting record prices, the highest prices they have ever gotten, which means New Jersey is getting ripped off again. The highest prices they have ever gotten for energy, in their history. So energy's at a high, and we're out there buying that premium price. So not only are we going to get a bump in energy this month or next month, but in 2026, next year, we got to pay the bill for this auction.
yeah, wow. I mean, I just looked up another thing too, like direct taxpayer costs, not including ratepayer increases, the state infrastructure investments. But this is on the wind farms. New Jersey Windport construction, $600 million. Upgrades of Paulsboro Marine Terminal, $250 million. Transmission and grid improvements, state funded share, $300 to $500 million. Environmental reviews, subsidies, staff, consultants, 150 to 250 million. Marketing, planning, legal fights, and federal compliance costs, 200 million. Total taxpayer-funded costs, 1.5 to 2 billion, and that's being conservative. Up to 3 billion with additional subsidies and backstop guarantees. So Democrats passed legislation giving access to hundreds of millions of tax credits, waiving prior agreements. So per household, everyone would have saved $694.
On that one right there.
Just that one. So
Wow.
So we're almost up to
Here's-
3,000.
There you go. If we fix those two problems, you get $3,000 a month.
If they give it back. You know, they had this Orsted company went belly up, and apparently there was a settlement of $125 million. Do you think they put that back to the New Jersey taxpayer? What are you betting?
Yeah, well, I'm not taking that.
Fat chance of that one.
So
Yeah.
You know,
So,
I mean, the other thing you don't hear about too much anymore is the marine life that they have killed, the whales
Yeah.
that washed up on the shore. All of the environmental rules, because of the construction, they're breaking all the rules. But this is a detriment, you know, to the natural area off our shores. Plus, we're going to end up with windmills off the beaches. You know, this is
It's
just
not very
horrible.
attractive either.
yeah, I mean, just think about it. I mean, just look at it here because it says 2-3 billion. That's 600 to 800 per household. That could have gone towards schools, property tax, fixing broken roads instead of lining the pockets of foreign energy companies. I mean, it's a lot of taxpayer dollars. I mean, that's a selling point right there. I mean, it's like having a losing football team. You're tired of your football team losing all the time. What do? They fire the coach. They go get a new coach. So it's time for some new coaches in New Jersey if you guys want things to get better. I'm talking to the voters out there. So that's the word you got to spread. The message you have to spread. Like, this is what they screwed up. We're here to fix it. You know, and that's the point. Man, $3,000 a year. That would
Right there, right? You know what I mean? In 10 minutes of conversation here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's imagine what we can do, what we've been doing, how we're going about trying to come up with solutions to these problems. I mean, we just got to get in there, guys. We got to get in there. We got to have this red wave, and let's really start to change this thing around here.
yeah. Well, information is knowledge. I mean, I'm sorry. Knowledge is information, or information is power, whatever. We need to get people to understand the kinds of things we're talking about. Once they know this, their heads start spinning. So it's our job and yours to help us get the information out. This is what you want, gang. If this is what you want, keep voting for it.
Yeah, you're right about that, guys. So, all right, well,
Information is power. That's the line. Information is power. There you go.
so, well, information is knowledge
So I
too,
think,
I guess.
you know, Constance and I have a couple fundraisers coming up. I don't know, Peter, maybe you talked about ours already.
I mentioned it. I haven't thrown it out there just yet. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, so Peter and I have one coming up. It's going to be on Wednesday, August 13th. And it's going to be at the Thirsty Hound. It's also the South Jersey Billiards, all in one building. It's in Somerdale, New Jersey. This is going to be a family event. So for the adults, there's going to be a hot buffet dinner. For kids under 12, it'll be free admission, and also chicken fingers and soft drinks and that sort of thing. In addition, there'll be 21 pool tables that will be open to the adults or even teenagers that want to learn how to play pool. Should be a fun evening. We will have face painting for the kids. We'll have a table there for that, and an arts and craft table. So this is August 13th. It's going to go from 5 to 8 p.m. It's $50 for the adults. For teenagers, 13 to 16 years old, it's half price. And 12 years and under is free.
Jack, I got to ask you a question. Do you have to be a kid to get your face painted?
No, you don't. Actually,
We'll
you can
get
be
something
in.
special for you, Damon.
Can I throw in my fundraisers too here, Damon?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we've got on September 7th at the Cooper River Yacht Club, not the boathouse, but the little yacht club. We're going to have a fundraiser, and you get to watch the sunset over the city of Philadelphia. So it'll be outdoors, God willing, with weather. And we're not going to have face painting, but that's a new idea.
So, all right, well, sounds good.
That's a wonderful day as well, September the 7th.
Yeah.
That's when I was born, you know, so
Oh
it's
my
the greatest
gosh.
day ever.
You gotta come.
So, yeah.
So, a lot of the, many of the positions that Peter and I support and we will push in the assembly are on our website at votejackandpete.com. So please stop by and take a look at that. And Constance, you have a website too, right?
I do. It's a little longer. I'm running with Nilsa Gonzalez. I haven't mentioned her name yet. Nilsa Gonzalez. So the website is Dissel and Gonzalez for LD5. And you have to spell out and you have to spell out for. Dissel and Gonzalez for LD5.com. And that will have information about our platform, and it will have, of course, ability to sign up for the fundraiser.
All right, good stuff. Great. You know, I was going to, my plan was I was going to reach out. I was going to have Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan headline your fundraisers, but they just, you heard at the beginning of the show.
We were a month too late.
Yeah, too soon?
Yeah,
Way too soon.
Damon, I think you just lost a bunch of...
Oh, no. We gave a whole tribute to him. We gave it, no, I just wanted to bring it up. Yeah,
We opened the show up with I'm coming home.
I'm coming home because, yeah, we lost two American icons
okay.
there.
Okay.
A huge icon.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
So, but all right, guys. Well, thanks for calling in. You know, welcome anytime. Jack, you might be on the show next week.
Yes,
Okay.
I'll be there next Thursday.
Give me a day off. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So,
You're going to host next week, Jack?
Peter and I are going to host the next Thursday show,
Very cool.
and we're going to talk about New Jersey and national issues. You know, the national issues, it's like Christmas every day. You got Tulsi Gabbard ready to take Obama, you know, to court. This is going to be good stuff.
Yeah, we were hitting that earlier too, man. You're not wrong. The news cycle never stops. The gift it just keeps on giving right now.
I think we could be looking at military tribunals here for this. Not civil or criminal court. This could be military tribunals.
Well, that's what Roseanne Barr seems to think.
well, I hope so. I mean, I hope the one thing the Republicans are good at are overplaying their hand, and not just put it out there. Yes, they're right. What happened? They're definitely proven that Obama knew that it was a hoax and didn't say anything and even directed it. But he's protected by executive powers at the time when he was president, and it's very hard to get. You know, to go after somebody for treason. I just hope they didn't do what they did with the Epstein files. They come out and blow it out of proportion, you know, and just say, we got them, this, and then there's no conviction. Because the American people are tired of hearing this stuff, and they want results. They don't want to just hear about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got, you know, I got it right here, the red herring right here, and then nothing happens. And it's like, okay, then what's the point? People lose, you know, respect for our system that way. So I just hope they have everything that they need, and it goes the way it should, and people pay for the mistakes they made.
Accountability.
Yeah. There you go. But all right, guys, we got to let you go because we got to wrap the show up here.
Okay.
But again, thanks for calling.
Okay, thanks, Damon.
Thanks so
All
much.
right, thanks, guys. You have a great day.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so Pete, before we go, I just got to say we got to pay the bills here. Got to advertise. So I'm going to advertise for exclusive cleaning services.
We take clean to the extreme.
Yes, exclusive cleaning services, ready to take cleaning to the extreme. So if you have messy kids, pets, anything, or just a busy life and don't have time to clean your house, there's 20% discount going out there for Gloucester County, but sure they'll make it for Camden County as well. But you know what? I'm going to make that executive decision.
There you go. Sometimes you just got to put your foot down.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got to represent both counties there. So exclusive cleaning services. You can contact exclusive cleaning services 83 at gmail.com or call 267-978-4745. 267-978-4745. It's an easy one to remember.
47-45, baby.
Yeah, Trump. So, all right. Anything else, Pete?
Just go check out votejackandpete.com. Leave us a donation. Get involved.
All right, everybody. Next Thursday. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
America's Pulse Network is for faith, family, freedom, and truth. America's Pulse Network. The mainstream media is bought and paid for. The truth is twisted to fit their agenda. But America is waking up because podcasts are the future for trusted media. Welcome to the America's Pulse Network. It is a network built by patriots that upholds the Constitution. The America's Pulse Network stands for God, truth, and the America First movement. There is no corporate propaganda, no government spin, just real news, real talk, and real voices fighting for faith, freedom, and the future of this great nation with common sense. Here are some of America's Pulse Network podcasts. Alexandra Levine Live, hosted by Alexandra Levine. Jersey Shore Podcast, hosted by Damon Galdo. The Conservative Corner, hosted by Seth Eisenberg. APN's The Pulse, hosted by Alexandra, Damon, and Seth. So tune into America's Pulse Network on the following social media platforms: X/Twitter, Rumble, Truth Social, Facebook, and YouTube. Join the revolution. Because the pulse of America beats for God and country. America's Pulse Network is for faith, family, freedom, and truth. Alexandra Levine Live, hosted by Alexandra Levine. Jersey Shore Podcast, hosted by Damon Galdo. The Conservative Corner, hosted by Seth Eisenberg. Because the pulse of America beats for God and country. America's Pulse Network is for faith, family, freedom, and truth.